guys, what's up? Welcome back to Less Stress Travel, my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. Alright, let's talk about studies and self-studies. Better said, the difference between a self-study and a lab study, and what are the benefits of both. This topic came up in my head because I was just recently talking to another expert, and I was asking him this question, like, what do you think about studies? What do you think about the results studies give, and how we can use that to support our clients better, or can we actually use it? And his perspective was pretty interesting. He told me that it's obviously more important what are the results people and experts have, so you should rely more on experts. And what is an expert is actually pretty huge spectrum, right? But experts in this case, I'm referring to people who work themselves together, nutritionists, scientists who bring clear results, who show on clear studies what is actually beneficial for people and what is not. But this is actually also a good point. So let me just loop that very fast back. So he basically said studies are important, but you have to be careful first who make the study, who is promoting the study. This is obviously super important, and I know a lot of people know this out there, but just to get everybody in the same boat here, a lot of studies are promoted by the food industry, by doctors, by whoever has interest to make money with certain situations. So basically what happens is they put studies out there and they make correlations which doesn't make sense at all. For example, they say a plant-based animal, an animal basically who eats plants, they give them meat and then they say meat causes cancer in the human body. Of course. Let's just leave that, but this is just a fast example. The China study is actually a very nice thing about that. I don't know if you know that, but the China study, there's actually the real China study, and then is this commercial version of this China study, where they try to push people into direction of eating plant-based. And what actually happened is that they took certain results from the China study, changed that up, put this in this new book, commercialized it, and bring it out to the society to buy it. And then everybody thinks that meat right now causes cancer. Thank you, China study. The actual China study, by the way, just to tell you that, is that basically there's no correlation at all between meat being red meat, being white meat, and colon cancer, for example. There is no correlation, and this is an important point. So when we talk about studies, a lot of studies, not just that they are promoted by certain industries or medicals, but also they are looking at a lot of variables at the same time. And this is a very important thing to consider, because how do you want to know if, for example, carbohydrates are good or bad if you let people still eat while they're eating carbohydrates, if they still let them eat proteins, fats, they drink, maybe someone is alcoholic, somebody drinks water all day, somebody drinks juices, somebody eats complex carbohydrates, you know, all these certain variables. There are not a lot of studies out there who are clearly shown clear results. And this is my point here right now, why I am a big supporter of the carnivore diet. In that sense, we can learn a lot from that, because when you go carnivore in an extreme way, unfortunately there are not a lot studies made yet on the carnivore diet. But these people, a lot of people, I think right now on Instagram, carnivore has over 500,000 hashtags already, and a lot of people are trying this diet out, and they make self-reports about their results, and the results are pretty similar. But obviously the science tried to ignore that for their own interest, I guess. I'm not sure about that. I'm just guessing, but I doubt this is in the way of making people more healthy. But the point is, are these studies useless just because it's not supported by an industry, or it's not made under certain circumstances, so we can actually call them professional? I don't think so. And when you're just eating meat, you have just one constant which you all following through. All right. Especially with, of course, we can discuss about if what's the actual quality and stuff, but the results of these people are pretty similar. And this is just one constant. While vegans, for example, they eat tons of different plants and animals and tons of different plants and different sources, and they get shipped from wherever and stuff like that. Still, of course, we have to understand grass-fed, non-grass-fed, all that stuff, but the source and the direction is pretty similar. All right, it's just there's not tons of different meats out there which are usually been eaten by humans, so and the results are pretty much the same. And this is also another point. If somebody has the results and you try it out and it works for you, then why would you change anything? Why would you listen to somebody who tells you that that veganism is the right way to go, that this study clearly showed that that this study showed that meat causes cancer for whatever reason? It's just pointless. And the other way around again, I want to point this out. If veganism is your way to go, I know experts who are working, who I am in contact with themselves, to learn, to not being too blinded from one direction I'm going in right now. But what I can tell you is that if you want to control your stress, you want to control mainly your minerals. And for me, in my opinion, it just makes a lot of sense to eat way more fat inside of your diet and bring the carbohydrates down, and supporting yourself obviously with the right minerals at the same time, for example with like magnesium. But I know this is a lot of confusing, or it can be a lot of confusing for you people out there. So my offer to you guys, if you want to click on this link below, I linked a questionnaire which I created by myself. You fill up a couple of questions at the end, don't forget that. Fill out your email, get in contact with me. We are going into a first call, and then we see what are actually your struggles, where are your habits you're carrying with being too much sugar, being generally stressed about anything, or worried about certain things, or just unsure, you don't know what to eat. I can help you with that, guys. I'm very good in this, to breaking complex thematics simply down and giving you the results you deserve inside of your life. So click on the link below, again, fill out the questionnaire, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.